Siew May came into my life about 5 years ago. A friend of mine gave me 10 copies of her books, and when somebody gives me a book, I always think the universe is sending me a message. I read the book throughout the night, and the next morning I called my friend and said, "Have you got her telephone number?" And this friend said, "I knew you would call me." And gave me the number. I called May. I spoke to her on the phone. She gave me her address, and I went to visit her at her house because I like to see the home living conditions of a person and the family they are living with, to understand the person so that I can see how I can help them. So I went to the house, interviewed her, and at the end of the interview she said, I'm very sorry. And I said, "Why, May?" And she said, "Because I speak, it's difficult for you to understand me." So I said, "No, it's not difficult. You are not stupid. You only speak funny, like you speak a bit slow. Huh? But if I have patience, I can understand what you're saying." So I said to her, "Look, at the time May was unemployed, and the only way she can make money is to sell this book that she has written. It's a fantastic book. And it will change your life. If you are a person who's depressed, you should read the book, and I think it will make you bounce back into life." So I told her our address, and what astonishes me about her is she managed to come here without even asking me how to get there. The average bozo, it will always ask you, "How do you get there? The bus, the train, the taxi," and things like that. But she just came here, she appeared here, she looked at the place, and I said, "I'm going to create this little shop for you, the kampong shop." And that was it. She started work, we pay her a salary, we pay her her bus fare. And don't forget, she comes from Tampines to work here, and there is no bus service here. Okay, there's no public bus service here, and I have been fighting the LTA to give us a shuttle bus service, or just support the shuttle bus service, right? We farmers are prepared to pay for the bus when it stops at our door, and we don't want a public bus service that goes 24/7. We just need a shuttle from 7 in the morning to 7 in the evening. But those clowns there cannot understand it. Right? So unless their mother has to work here, their sister have to work here, their daughter have to work here, then they might understand it. Let's hope one day that will happen. So May came here to work, and she's the most excellent person, most excellent worker that I've had. She does everything that any normal person can do. It's just that she has a speech impediment and a strength impediment. And it's amazing when the Caucasians come here, they have plenty of time to speak to her. But the Asians are so impatient. Very few Asians will stop to speak to her. So the warrior stands by the side, pulls out my reminder. "Have you forgotten that somebody is speaking to you?" Then they say, then they turn around and they go back to May, and then they pay the entry fee. She does everything. She takes orders, she runs the shop, she cleans, she pulls as much weight, if not more, than my normal workers. And the reason is because she has a speech impediment, so she listens. You know how a lot of people, your workers, when you ask them a question, they're already thinking of a defensive answer. Whereas May, like when I say, "Get me a pair of scissors," she will just bring me the scissors. The other workers will say, "Why you want the scissors for, boss?" Like they thinking it's too much trouble to walk there to get the scissors. Like maybe, maybe they can convince me that I don't need a pair of scissors. I've told her to write a book of all the different type of people and experiences that she has. Perhaps that will help people understand people better. And she accompanies me to schools when I give talks to kids, as somebody whom I have been able to help because I lead a fortunate life. So being a fortunate person, I've been able to help somebody else less fortunate live to be able to support themselves.